Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fen or Comic Cupid, and today I thought we could look at some comics that I got and just kind of do a life update because I didn't post last week, and I hope at least one of you said, "Where is she?" I hope. Maybe none of you cared. That's fine. But I'm gonna do the comic books first, so if you don't care about what's going on in my life, that's totally fine. You can just listen to me talk about comics and then leave. Totally cool. So this is the stack. It's pretty good, isn't it? So basically, my grandparents went to a comic book store where they live and they picked out some comics for me. Actually, okay. They actually surprised me with, it was like a little gift for finishing my theater competition that I just went to. They went to some convention, I guess. That's what these bags say. I'm not going to show you because I don't know if it's like a local thing only. They bought me some comic books. So I'm very grateful and I'm really excited about everything here. Let's start with DC Finest Batman Year 1 and 2. This one actually is kind of a late Christmas present. I received 2 copies of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow for Christmas, one of which was from my grandparents, and so they said, just send me whatever you want instead of that. It's like a similar price. So I decided, because once again, I love reading first appearances. I love reading old comics. I find them so fun. I love a silly little episodic crime mystery kind of thing. I'm really excited to read some Batman because he's a detective. And I haven't really read a lot of Batman, so I'm very excited about that. And then my grandpa picked up some comic books from, he left me a note. Fen, these are the types I used to buy. These show the originals. So, some vintage comics. Very fun. I'm really excited about this one. DC Showcase Supergirl. And what's so interesting is it's like newspaper comics. So they're not in color, which is really fun because I actually have, for Christmas, I actually got Supergirl's DC Finest, which is her first few appearances. So I think it's gonna be really interesting to look at these and see like the differences, because this one's in color, this one's not. Maybe the newspaper printings are different in some ways than the colored ones. I don't know, maybe some of these are completely different stories. We just don't know until we read them. Okay, so the vintage comic books that my grandpa picked out for me, we have this one, Superman. Okay, it does not say. Superman 170. I have no idea what year this is from, but it looks extremely old. I'm very excited about this one because it's Lex Luthor and Khan, I believe. So this is really fun. Wait, no. I'm wrong. Is if Luthor were Superman's father, so that's Kal. So that's Kal-El. This is Luthor and he's gonna raise. They were doing crazy stuff, man. They were just doing anything. I am very scared to take this out of its bag and board because if you look on the spine, it seems to be disintegrating. And also down here. So I might read this online just so I preserve it, because I don't want it to be damaged anymore, because it is a vintage comic. Just very fun. So I'm excited about that. We have Superman Family. Oh, these are really fun. I love these like kind of annual like comics that they would do where they collect a bunch of different stories. Now monthly, 5 all new stories, no ads. That's crazy. So this one includes Supergirl, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Mr. and Mrs. Superman, and Clark Kent. So that is really fun. This is from July 1981. Very fun. I'm excited to read these. I love the thicker comics, and I love Jimmy. I need to start reading some Jimmy Olsen stuff because he is a silly guy. We have Superboy #1, Reign of Tomorrow. Very fun. Again, I need to start reading some Superboy. I want to get into all the Super Family stuff. To be honest, guys, I haven't been reading a lot of comics recently. I've been reading books. Real books with pages and not pictures. Ugh. Cue sound effect. But yeah. But we'll talk about that later. But Superboy, very exciting. I hope you guys like my makeup. I feel like I look weird, but I'm not gonna redo it. And then last but certainly not least, we have Supergirl. This is May 1984. Very exciting. The new DC. There's no stopping us now. And it says, who stole Supergirl's life? Who did that? So I guess there's like an imposter among us. I love Supergirl. I'm really excited to get into some of her comics before the movie comes out. Guys, we're up. We up. So these are all the comics that my grandpa bought me, and now we will look at what my grandma bought me. My grandmother actually went to a local comic store in her area, and she FaceTimed me and picked out some comic books with my input. So, and I'm really, really excited about these because these are all absolutes, and these are the newest things in my collection, and it is so awesome to have. Like, I love collecting all of my vintage comic books and stuff, but it is thrilling to have something that was released in the last year in my collection, because I really do truly feel like I'm like kind of getting up to speed with what's happening in the community, which is my favorite part about reading comic books, is the community of people. Everyone is so lovely and kind, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about the absolute stuff. Okay, we're gonna save my favorite covers for last. So let's start with Absolute Superman #9. I don't have any issue ones of the Absolute, so we're gonna just read those online, and then once we get there, we get to pick something up and read it like that. So we have this Absolute Superman #9. Very cool. Surprisingly, I think Absolute Superman, out of the Trinity, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, I think his absolute interests me the least, just because I really, really, really do already love Superman. But I'm very interested to see what happens in this, because even though I'm like not the most interested in this, I'm definitely still interested, and I want to know what they're gonna do with him. Absolute Batman #4. Dude, I'm geeked. I'm so geeked. I really love, from what I've seen, I really love the like kind of gross direction they've taken some characters with, specifically Absolute Joker. He is freaky. He's scary. I'm scared. Oh, and I just saw today they announced Absolute Scarecrow will be making an appearance soon, so I need to catch up on that so I can be there. I don't think I've ever read anything with Scarecrow in it. Sorry. But I'm excited for that. And then I have Absolute Wonder Woman 7 and 10. Really, I was picking these based off cover only because I knew I wasn't gonna get any issue ones because they're more expensive because they've been out for longer. But these covers are so beautiful. I'm literally obsessed. And I'm so excited. Absolute Wonder Woman is definitely the one that I am the most interested in reading out of all of the Absolute series. I think she is just an incredible character, and I think she's so cool, and I can't wait to read these. So that is gonna be my comic haul for this video. So if all you wanted was the comic books, there you go. See you later, I guess. I will try to keep posting once a week. I know I didn't post last week. I'm very sorry about that. But as I will talk about soon, my life has been getting very busy, so I make no promises. Bye. If you're just watching for the comics, bye. I'll see you next time, hopefully. Yay. Now the fake fans are gone. No. But if you wanted to stay and listen to me talk about my life for whatever reason, hi, let's do that now. I did not post last week, and I'm very sorry. I feel like I let you all down. I am really sorry about that. But in that week, I did hit 300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I'm so thrilled. Honestly, I'm still in shock. It's so great to know that many people want to listen to me talk about comic books and silly stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for continuing to watch and support and comment. I really did think after like maybe the first 2 videos people would just stop commenting, and that's definitely not true. I've had some people who comment on like every single video, and it makes my day every time. I'm so incredibly grateful for all of you. So all of that cheesy stuff out of the way, what's been going on with my life? Why didn't I post last week? I did not post last week for a multitude of reasons. Reason number 1, I have started school again. I am in my last semester of senior year of high school. I'm only taking 1 class, which isn't a lot, but it is an AP course, so I've been busy with that. I've been doing some reading for class, for outside of class, and that has kind of transferred into me not reading comics as much because I haven't lost motivation for reading in my free time because of this class, but it's kind of moved that motivation from comic books to novels. So I have read 3 books since we last spoke, I believe. So 3 books in 2026. My goal is 70, including comic books, okay? I'm not a fast reader, okay? I'm not a fast reader. But the books I have read so far, I will show you. One of them was for AP Lit. Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. This is a really good book. And I really do think it's one of those books that like everyone should read if they get the chance. I fully read and annotated it. I annotated it for class, and I'm glad that I did. I think when you're interacting with books like this, it's really important to try to seek a deeper meaning. And that's kind of what AP Lit's all about, is looking for that deeper meaning. So, and I really like looking back at all my annotations and being like, wow, she's so intelligent. Look at her. And then I wouldn't say less intelligent, but more silly read maybe. I read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is probably my least favorite book by her. And it's her most recent that I've read by her. To be honest, I'm trying to read all of her books in like publication order because in I think it was Love on the Brain, there was a little scene where Olive and Adam from The Love Hypothesis make a cameo, and I want to be able to see all that when that happens. So I read Bride. This is probably my least favorite by her. I don't know. I know that I know that people have a lot of complaints about her books being about the same thing. They're always a STEM romance with witty banter, and she thinks he hates him, but she thinks he hates her, but really he's desperately in love with her and just doesn't know how to express it. And that part is definitely still true in this, but this is not a STEM romance. As you can probably tell, this is a vampire, werewolf, I guess paranormal romance. And I don't think I've ever read a paranormal romance. I've never read Twilight. I'm sorry, guys. I want to. I think that would be a really, really fun read for my free time, to read the Twilight series. But this is probably my least favorite by her. I just felt like the banter kind of fell flat in a few places. I really did enjoy the mystery, but my problem is when there's a mystery, I only want to talk about the mystery. I don't want to hear about the romance. I just want them to solve this mystery. Where did that girl go? So, Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I am definitely going to pick up Mate, the sequel to this, because it is her best friend and some other guy. I don't know, but I think her best friend is gonna be not more likable, maybe more likable. I liked Misery, but she definitely wasn't my favorite protagonist. My favorite protagonist, I cannot for the life of me remember her name. I believe it's like Ella or something. My favorite protagonist is, what's her name? Elsie from Love Theoretically. This is my favorite book by her. Love Theoretically. I love this book. As you can probably tell. This book was so good. So, if you're ever in the mood for some light, funny little, kind of cheesy romance, Ali Hazelwood is your girl. 100%. But werewolf, vampire, I don't know if that's my thing, really. I just don't know if paranormal romance is really my thing. Which is crazy, because I do love a vampire. I don't know if I like werewolves all that much. That might be what it is. I don't know. Much to think about. Oh, and also, I know I said I would do like a bookshelf tour. Guys, I'm sorry, my room is such a mess. I started filming it, and it just kind of devolved into just insane ramblings about nothing. And I don't want to post that. So, and also, I can't refilm it right now because my room is such a dumpster fire right now. I'm not even going to show you guys. Like, this is like the one angle where you can't see the mess that's happening, and you can still see like right there. That's a little basket where I just chuck stuff sometimes. I keep my Ali Hazelwood and Emily Henry on the same shelf because they're both two of my favorite romance authors. I need to step up my Emily Henry game. I own 6 of her books and I've only read 2. As opposed to Ali Hazelwood, who I now own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, and I have read 6 of them. And I'm gonna read Not in Love, which is the other one that I own but haven't read this year, for sure. So that I can buy more Ali Hazelwood. I'm gonna read anything she writes, I don't care. Anyways, so your eyes were watching God, Bride. And then I finished I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I know we're going all over the place, guys. Just, I will read anything that intrigues me. So if you have a book recommendation and it's just anything really, I might read it. The only thing I won't read is like a nonfiction book about like history or stuff. I'll read historical fiction, but unless it's about like something like really interesting, I don't really care about war stuff. I mean, like, I care, but like I'm not super interested in reading about nonfiction war stuff. So that's the only thing I actively avoid, I guess. Anything else is fine. So this is Jeanette McCurdy's memoir, and it was really good. I started it sometime, like, I feel like December of last year I started it, and then I just put it down because I kind of couldn't handle it. It's really sad, which is a horrible thing to say about a person's life, but it is kind of tragic in a way. But it is really good. It's funny too. And as somebody who does acting, it was very interesting to read about, you know? So that book was really good. I definitely recommend that if you like memoirs, anything like that. It's a very stressful mother-daughter relationship, I will say that. And then I'm reading a book right now. I actually like started it yesterday and I'm already on page 122, so I locked in. This is Everything We Never Said by Sloane Harlow. This is an ARC that I received from Penguin like 2 years ago, and I never read it. I think I'm definitely off of their like influencer list now. So I'm sorry, Penguin. They used to send me ARCs sometimes. Back when I posted like book talk stuff on TikTok. I don't really do that anymore, and I'm very sorry to you, Penguin. So if you want to start sending me books again, I promise this time I'll read them. I'm reading this one. It's pretty good. There is one thing that I just can't get past right now. I don't know. If you don't want spoilers, skip to here. But I'm only 120 pages in, so who knows what'll happen. But I can't get over her getting with her dead best friend's boyfriend. I can't deal with that. Every time that happens, I can't. Again, like I said before, it's like a mystery, I guess, kind of. Yeah. Her best friend is dead. Nobody really knows what happened to her other than, our main girl, Ella, was driving the car that she was in, and they crashed, and her body was never found. So we don't know what happened. My theory is she's alive. Because you say, oh, we never found her body. I say, oh, she's out there. She just got out of the car and left. That's my theory. But yeah, so I don't care about the romance. So whenever Sawyer comes in and he's like, God, she's so pretty, I'm like, I don't care. What happened to your dead girlfriend? Let's talk about it. Dead, allegedly. Oh, but I am having fun fan casting. I like to, when I read a young adult or a romance, I like to fan cast. This is something and I've always done this, but I've started writing it in my books. And so far, I only have 2, but Ella, our main character, I have cast as Victoria Javati from The Pit. I've been really into The Pit, you guys. We'll talk about that. And then Haley, her best friend who died, I have cast as Haley from Stardew Valley. So we have, but Haley, like in real life, listen, like, you know what I mean. So that's what I've been up to. Haven't really read any comics this year. It's still January, so we have time. Don't worry about it, guys. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to reading-wise. I've been doing a lot of theater stuff. That's one of the big reasons I did not post last week, is because I was getting ready and then going to theater competition. We do theater competition every year. So this was my 4th and last time going to theater competition. We do, there's the first part where you go up against schools from the north half of your state. We call it north half. And then, the schools in the south half have south half, where they compete against each other. And then the people who get passed on, I believe it's 5 shows, they get passed on from each. We got passed on from that. We go to the statewide one. And we did not get passed on for that one. Don't worry about it. Hey, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. We did not get passed on for that, but I had a blast. So that was what I was doing. I was at the overall state theater competition, and that was really fun. We performed our show. Since it was really close by this year because they change where it's hosted every year. It was really close this year. We didn't stay in hotels like we normally do. So I just kind of went home after each day. But still, I was getting home pretty late most days, so I just didn't have the time or energy to film. We performed Thursday night, got home at probably 11, and then Friday night we went and saw a bunch of shows. I did a super fun workshop. I did 2 workshops this year. I don't think I've ever done a workshop before at these competitions, but I did 2 workshops this past weekend. I did one for stage or screen acting and one for on-stage fight or stage combat, that's what it's called, with a guy who I'd met before. He was really great. He was awesome, and it was super fun. I got to punch my brother in the face a lot. That was a lot of fun. And there's a youth social we always do. Me and my friends always like to dress up really fancy for that. Nobody else really does that. So it's like us in like gowns, and then everyone else is in like jeans and t-shirts. But it's still really fun. They play music, we dance. So it's really fun. And I had a lot of fun doing that. But again, that meant I was super busy. And then I still had to catch up on some homework for AP Lit. So I just didn't think there was time. And I was right, there was not time to film and edit and post a video. I apologize for that. I know I also didn't say anything. I just didn't know what to say. I was like, sorry guys. Sorry. But this week I also wasn't planning on making a video because I was gonna get my wisdom teeth out, but that has been moved. I was supposed to get them taken out today, which is Monday, the day I'm filming. But that has been moved, so I decided, let's film video. I have the day off, just relax after theater festival, film a video, have a jolly good time. So that's what's been going on in my life. Oh, do you guys want to see some books that I bought recently? I went to my local antique store. And then I went to, we have this local bookstore, and it's split into 3 stores. There's the adult one, the kids one, and then the other one. I don't know how to describe it other than the other one. It's for anything that isn't strictly like kid or adult stuff, and then some like trinkets and fun stuff, and they also sell like cheap used books. So that's also where they sell their comics. They have a pretty small collection of comics, but I always like to check it out while I'm there. I saw some Daredevil stuff. Ooh, we'll talk about that later actually. But at my antique store, I picked up a copy of Shakespeare's Othello for $2. I made it my goal to not buy a book there for anything more than $2, and I succeeded. I really enjoy a little mass market paperback. I really want to read more mass market paperbacks, especially since they're out of print now, I believe. They're like not doing it anymore. Very sad, but I very much appreciate a pocket-sized, cheap little book that you can just take around with you. And then my friends and I went to that bookstore, and I really wanted some mysteries. I have a severe lack of mystery and thriller novels on my shelves, even though that is one of my favorite genres. I love a mystery. I also love horror. That is one of my favorite genre of movies. I have a top 100 horror movies poster right over there. You guys can't see it, and I'm not going to show you because my room's messy. But believe me, it's there. I am a huge horror nerd. I love horror movies, horror books, but I don't read a lot of horror or mysteries for that matter. So I thought, why not look at the mass market paperbacks, see what they have going on. And I found 2 books for $3 each. I found For the Sake of Elena by Elizabeth George. I was intrigued by this because it says now a companion edition to the mystery presentation, which I looked it up, and it is a dramatic serial on and Mystery is a PBS television series, which I am thrilled by. I love PBS. So I can read this and then go watch the PBS TV series they made based on it. That is really fun. And then I found the little mystery section. I kind of found this one just like looking around the used books section, but then I saw they had a used mystery thriller book section, and so I looked through there and I found a lot of books by this author, but this one was the one. I believe all of those books that I found were like interconnected because I believe they all follow the same main character. I believe it's kind of like a Sherlock Holmes situation where he's like trying to find something. Oh, this has, there's a guy performing Othello in this book. There's a guy performing Othello. That's really fun. Okay, so we'll have to read Othello before that. But I got Die Upon a Kiss by Barbara Hambly. She has written a couple of books, and I wanted to pick up whichever one was closest to the first, whichever one was the oldest, so that I could kind of like make my way through it as if it were a series, because they seem to be interconnected with the same. Yeah, Benjamin January. What a name. What a guy. So I believe that is our detective. But I also just love the title Die Upon a Kiss, and the New York Times book review said it's ravishing. Love it. So those are the 3 books I got for a total of $8. Lock in on some Mash Market paperbacks. I don't care if you think they're cheap or ugly or whatever. Books are too expensive now. I went to a bookstore while I was at Theater Festival. $20 for a paperback. Right. Oh, dude. The same day I bought that copy of Othello, I went to my local little free library to drop off a copy of A Broken Blade, which I've had for literal years and I just never had any interest in reading. So I put it there and I was like, let me, take one, leave one. And I found a brand new hardcover of Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Granted, I know nothing about Abby Jimenez. I know she's a very popular romance author. I've never read anything by her. I don't own anything by her up until now. But this is like a perfectly good condition Walmart book club hardcover. Just sitting there, y'all. Lock in on your local free library. Look at this. That's so cute. My God. So if I like this, Abby Jimenez might get added to my Allie Hazelwood, Emily Henry little shelf. my romance authors whose names start with vowels. She can get added to that. But I was so thrilled to find this. And then I found out this is like her most recent release, I believe. At least I think it is. Because I saw it like new in that bookstore that I went to where everything was like $1 million. How much is this book? Probably too much. $28. And I got this for free. Guys, I'm telling you. I know I say this every video. Do not sleep on your local public library. Do not sleep on your local antique stores or thrifted bookstores. And do not sleep on a little free library. I know you have some books that you don't want. Speaking of, I need to text my friend and ask her to show me those books that she has that she doesn't want anymore. She told me. Because when I bought those mystery books, I was with her, my bestest friend in the whole wide world. And I was talking about how I wanted to read some mystery books and how I kind of wanted to read more mass market paperbacks because they're cheap and they're small and I don't really have to worry about the condition of them that much, which is something I'm trying to get better at, is treating my books like an actual object instead of like something that needs to be like protected, because they don't need to be protected. It's a book. Calm down. Which is why I've also started writing in my books and stuff like that. And she said, oh, I think I have a bunch of like old mystery books. Some of them might be mass market paperbacks, just that I have that I don't want to read. She's not really a reader like I am. They're just books that she's been gifted or that her grandma had that she gave to her. But she said she would send me some pictures because she wanted to get rid of them and I could pick some out. So I will have to text her about that. Okay, and the next thing I wanted to talk about, oh my god, this video is almost 40 minutes long. I told myself I was gonna film a short video so it wouldn't take that long to edit. Okay, I'm gonna have to log in today and like edit most of this today, so wish me luck. The other thing I wanted to talk about is how my MCU watch is coming along. I finished Agent Carter season 1 last night, which means I am moving on to season 1 of Daredevil. I also finished episode 1 of that last night, and it is really good. My best friend, who I was just talking about, she loves that show. She loves Matt Murdock, and I'm so geeked for that. She says she has so many edits to show me. I'm geeked. I'm excited. I'm locked in on that MCU. Guys, let's go over some of the shows I've been watching recently. I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I believe I finished season 1 or season 2 of that, which meant I got to move on to season 1 of Agent Carter. I really, really liked Agent Carter season 1. And I'm on Daredevil. I recently watched Pluribus. Amazing show. Incredible show. And now my weekly show is The Pit. Also incredible. Check it out. Dennis Whitaker, Trinity Santos, hit me up. So yeah, I think that's everything. I might get a little busy again leading up to like mid-February because I'm auditioning for a BFA in theater at my local college, so I need to prepare for that. So wish me luck, theater major, hopefully soon. Oh yeah, and that's another thing, I'm going off to college soon, so gonna be busy with that stuff probably. So, but in the meantime, I will try to keep posting. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to like this video, comment down below if you want me to, I don't know, and smash that subscribe button. Okay, bye guys. Hello guys, my name is Comic Cupid. Wait, no, okay, that's not how I start my videos. What's up guys, what's up? It's been too long, I forgot how to start a YouTube video. I'm gonna get this. This was my 4th time going, because I've been involved in the shows every year that I've been in high school. Sorry, I keep meaning to like burp. Or yawn, I guess. Good God. I don't know what that was about. But okay, sorry. We have my local, just like